There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chair of the Progressive Liberal Party, Minister for the Foreign Service, MP for Foxhole. Today is Monday, 17th of February, 2025. I wish to acknowledge with profound sadness the untimely death of Cleomi Woods, class of 1967 of St. John's College and a former principal of the school. She was a constituent in the Foxhole constituency and was president of the Eastwood Property Owners Association. She was, in a word, a treasure to that community, and her death last Thursday is a huge loss to the community. May she rest in peace, and my condolences to her family, her brother, my good friend Randy, who we know as Skipper, and to her children Vern and Vanessa. Vern is our honorary consul in Detroit. I want to reply to several statements made by the Executive Director of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Rupert Hayward, with regard to the status of Freeport and its future. Last week, Mr. Hayward, speaking at the Business Outlook seminar, made several material misstatements and spoken language which is offensive and insulting, spoken from the point of assumed privilege, which in the 21st century is out of place. I spoke on today, and I speak on behalf of the PLP because our party was formed in part to help shape public opinion, to decry racism in all its forms, and to promote a bright future for the Bahamas. Freeport, as it was formed without consultation with Bahamians generally and Grand Bahamians in particular. The colonial government and the minority government carved out of Grand Bahama this enclave, displacing hundreds who had been in occupation of the land. The model is outdated. Lyndon Pindling and his colleagues, by agreement, tweaked the model in 1969. He went there in 69 and said, bend or break. He went to London, and in 1969, there was a new constitution which repatriated immigration and police control. The city flourished under Rupert's grandfather, Jack, and Edward St. George, whose daughter, Sarah, is on the board now, and she and Rupert run the company today. Now Mr. Hayward seeks to open old wounds, even as an arbitration is going on of the Hawksbill Agreement, and the arbitration demands from the Bahamas government that we are paid what we are owed. And that's being prosecuted now. Mr. Hayward materially misstates the position by saying that Freeport today suffers because of immigration control and the government weakening Freeport. Let's put this clearly. Freeport suffers because the Grand Bahama Port Authority shareholders today do not have the capital, it appears, or the ideas to fix the city and promote development there. That's it. A new investor needs to be found that has the money and the ideas. They cannot even fix the present shareholders the bridge to Tano Beach, for Lord's sake. What was most offensive and impertinent, though, is the suggestion that there is some sort of deal with the government behind the scenes to keep the current shareholders in power. And Mr. Rupert Hayward says that he is friends with the Prime Minister's wife and that he likes the Prime Minister. What in God's name does like have to do with it? This is the height of privileged cheek. Sarah St. George ought to tell this man to be quiet before he sinks his ship. The government has refrained from commenting because the rules on arbitration say avoid publicity. But every time Mr. Hayward seeks to poison the well with tedious irrelevance, the PLP will respond. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And across the country today, even in Grand Bahama, it's PLP all the way.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Honorable Minister Fred Mitchell, Minute by Minute, coming to you every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do enjoy your day.
Well, it's not far back, Santa, at least it's not from me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away. Find serenity